I'm not gonna lie to you, this is getting kind of frustrating. Hey, that's kind of cool. We're getting, we're getting all the kinks worked out finally. You have no idea how frustrating has been. I'm not gonna lie to you, this. Fucking shit. I have never streamed to fucking YouTube in my entire life. So this has been a big ball of fucking wax with nothing but fun. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, definitely good entertainment, that's for sure. With no coffee, hot as shit in here. Don't mind the mess in the background. I'm a tow truck operator, so I did gaming in the past before I was allowed to go back to work. Then I went back to work, and then, long story short, I kind of just stopped doing YouTube. But a few months ago, I was struck and hit by a car. I gotta eventually do a video on that, talking about it, because I'm really pushing down. I'm wanting to push down. I want to push out the slow down and move over awareness. It's hard, very hard. Especially for anybody that works on the side of the road. But that's another day problem. I got other problems. You know, I'm finding absolutely dog fuck all about this issue. Did you know that this is an actual damn thing? I'm not happy about this. At all. Not at all. So, yeah, this as an update. I'm gonna pause that shit. Because that is not a right now problem. That is a later problem. I'd really like to get into this game. I played it a little bit. I'm having a problem with one of the customers' PCs. I'm getting an ear problem and it's pissing me off and I don't want to deal with it. But this game right here, this is what I'd love to live stream because it is freaking ridiculous how mad I get. It's this game. There's another game I got fucking absolutely frustrated with. Mostly this game. Not very focused on doing anything. I just wanted to kind of tamper around with him because I had a conversation with my sister about becoming a Twitch streamer. And then I thought to myself, maybe I should go back into freaking doing YouTube again. Because summer months are starting to come and towing is not very busy during the summer. I wanted to push content out and doing the towing industry. That's very hard to do, especially doing my job. I've been driving tow truck for over a year now. I'll be with this company with AAA Towing in June 9th, I believe. Yeah. So exciting shit, I tell you. Exciting. Absolutely damn exciting. And this doesn't go away until April 10th, which I'm not very pleased about. Not at all. Not at all. No, not at all. Where's the rest of it? Oh. There we go. Oh. Oh, isn't that lava? I don't know what the... Sure. I don't know what it does, but sure. I run it on my phone anyway. I get to see what's going on. This is a big ball of wax and nothing but fun for me. But yeah, this is the game that initially came on here to play at 3 o'clock. And oh, Dale, you should be sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I should be, but I don't fucking feel like it. I want to go to sleep. Oh, not sleep. That's not even remotely what I wanted to say. I wanted to come on here. This is closed in the background. This is the only thing that's running on my screen right now. I turn on my TV and that's the first thing I stare at. You think that made me very happy when I seen that? Not really. Because I purchased it, but I had a run into my bank a while ago, and long story short, they reversed the payment that they weren't supposed to. So, yeah. So I contacted Steam. I've been running with Steam for 2 years now. Never had a problem with Steam. They've been very good to me. Way better than Xbox and way better than PlayStation. Reminds me of half of my customers. The patience I have with them is not very well. So, yeah, well, I'm going to keep going back to tinkering with this shit. I think, for the most part, this is all finally worked out. Because I don't know. I've never streamed before, so I'm morally excited and trying to figure it out at the same time. And why not fucking create content and fucking fuck around with this shit? Because I'm sure later down the road I'm going to be like, what the fuck was I doing? What a fucking doobie. Yeah. I've been saying it. I've been working with AA Towing for a while. And we got a contract for CAA. So, I've been dealing with CAA for quite a while now. And CAA's born to love me as much as I love them. There's a dispatcher with CAA. They hired a few dispatchers, and the beauty with CAA is anybody that is how do you want to say it? Deals with CAA even as a customer is very frustrating on itself. I tell my customers all the time the struggle that you fight trying to call them and get the address right, try to be at our end. I didn't know there was a contractor's line that you could call, so I was calling into the way my customers do. And the first thing they have the audacity to tell me as a contractor, I have never had CAA a day in my life. What's your membership number? Okay, my good sir, there is no membership. I'm a contractor. I'm a contractor for AAA Towing. And my district number, I give them my district number, which is confidential. And they're like, oh, okay. In the heat of the moment of being frustrated, I was having a bad day. And one day my boss looked at me and said, you know there's a contractor's line? I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first started, he told me about that. I completely forgot. Yeah, there's a contractor's line. The contractor can call and talk to CAA directly to the dispatcher. I didn't know that. Seems that I'm here as a funny entertainment man. I'm going to tell you something that... Whoops. Like I said, we're going to fuck with shit today. soon as I'll be able to figure it out, that is. So give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Oh, what the? There we go. Like I said, don't mind that back there. But, yeah. Like I was saying, a few months ago. So it's against the law to text and drive. Okay. With our job is we have a tablet, yay big, piece of junk I've ever operated. Okay, tablets are really good. Probably for watching videos or keeping your kids entertained, but for CAA wise, it's a royal fucking pain in the ass. Okay, when I first started dealing with Leanne, she's our contractor manager with CAA. When I first started talking to her, the first thing I told her is, me and technology don't get along at all. Not at all. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about with technology. This right here, gone. No idea. But if you have wheels, an engine, and a starter, I can fix that. But computer-wise, can't fix that. The guy we hired, he's good with this shit, so that's who I give this shit to. He figures it out, or I talk to him. But, so yeah, texting and driving is highly illegal. I do it anyway, not to really discriminate myself, but I'm not gonna lie. And I'm starting to learn my lesson. For the simple reason is I keep getting my tow truck stuck. And yeah, it's pretty bad. I buried it, and I mean I freaking buried it. I don't even know if I even have photos on it still or what. This is a while ago too. Man, I've been driving a tow truck for a while. I've seen all sorts of shit. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You get stuck in the ditch, and you were drinking and driving, or texting and driving, and it's clear, but you're the only one in the ditch. Don't tell the tow operator that you hit a sheet of ice and you lost control. Because we've been doing this for a while. We know exactly how that kind of played out. You can't lie to us. We'll know the truth right away. We know when you're lying too, because you don't tell the truth very well. Some people are not good at lying. Yeah, it's before Margaret started. I think I could do this another way. So give me 1 second so I can figure that out too. Let's go like this. Go like this. Do this. Cool. And I try to figure out how to retether to my computer. That would be good too. I don't have anything on my phone that the entire world doesn't need to see, right? It's nothing bad, it's just personal-wise crap, I guess you'd call it. Like, I'm not meaning nudes, I mean like work-wise. I get a lot of work shit on my phone. A lot. Way more than enough shit. So I do keep a lockbox for my private shit. Move it all in there, but I don't even know Christmas time. Was that before Christmas I got sick? Or after? Oh yeah, there it is. I found no, that's not it. Won't even matter to you guys anyway. You won't even know what the fuck you're staring at. I did this earlier, so I don't know how to do it now. That's the beauty of me, man. That's the beauty of me. Can we minimize that? Where'd that go? Yeah, the PC wise, I can't say so much about. You know what? I can do this. I can do this. I'll do that for right now. How the fuck do I tether to my phone again? Everything's a learning experience when it comes to a PC. I did it earlier. I even said that. I was like, what in the fucking tarnations is this shit? Photos? No. Alright, I think I figured it out. Don't hold me to that. My phone's gonna die too. No, that's CAA. I did find it once upon a time. Oh yeah, this is why you don't text and drive. I buried it. I buried it so bad. You want to know how exactly I did that? I will tell you how I did that. So I was doing a call. This is all the information we get on our tablet. This is an old call too. But yeah. I think I'm stuck. Yeah. So when it comes to CAA, so when it comes to CAA, sometimes, like I was saying, CAA doesn't get anything right. And a lot of their staff doesn't get things right, which I guess, you know, it is what it is when you're working in there's 100,000 people in that call center and they're coming from Ontario. Everybody's from Ontario, okay? Most of them never been to Manitoba a day in their life. So them trying to get the address right, it makes sense, okay? I got a lot of patience for them now. Before I didn't, but I started learning a lot of patience with them because, you know, you got to put your feet in their shoes. Can you handle dealing with over 100,000 people a day? I don't think so. I can barely handle freaking one person at a time without getting confused. Half the shit that people say don't even make sense half the time. So they had it as a tow, and I had to go do a wind shout on this turkey trail. Well, the shuttle that shuttles train drivers, not going to get too much in detail with that, but he had an all-wheel drive van. Thought that he can go down this road. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of scared to take the tow truck down that. But I did enough winter driving to understand that I am not fucking, there's nothing that I could be more terrified about. I used to work for Dolphins Towing. They are a recovery service, which I don't even know how far back I have to go for that. I have even no idea what the hell I'm looking for. Oh yeah, we gotta go way further back. Way back. Way. That's when I was working for Right Side Equipment. to the red. I did Dolphins towing for a while. My depression stage. I had those a lot. Until I started driving tow truck. Hey. That's who I used to work for. Garbage company. Found out they are my blood family, which is a fucking joke. Oh yeah, this guy put his truck through the ice. We had to go recover that. It took all day. I'm gonna tell you something. You want to be You want to drive tow truck in a recovery service wise? All to you. All power to you. That is a hell of a job. Is it this guy right here? I don't know. It's one of them. One of them is not very technical smart. He's dumb as shit. Not gonna really disclose who that is, but anybody. Oh yeah, this thing's sitting on the shore. Okay, this is sitting on the shore. That's out there like a mile. We had to run a mile of winch cable. You know how fucking crazy that is. And you think, oh, we'll get the winch cable is gonna get super tight now. No, that's not even remotely even how that works. Very interesting. My wife. She came for a lot of my tows. And she got to experience a lot of shit that freaking no other person gets to experience. Oh, here's it. Here's that video. I don't even know what the fuck that was even all about, to be honest with you. I'm very short if you can't tell. My phone is on the verge of death. Ain't that a beauty? I'm running out of choice. I think some of the people would love not to hear that fucking obnoxious goddamn thing. Yeah, probably so. Here's my phone. Everybody has that of me. Definitely gave me a noise in the background. What the fuck was this? Oh yeah, this was this guy. So, when I was working for Dolphins Towing, I received a call that this guy's rim is fucked. Like 100% fucked. He's making it out to be completely fucked. Does that look fucked to you? It looks like he scratched its paint. And he was madder than shit about that. I don't even know how he did that. But he wanted it towed. Well, here's the beauty part about it. I had a lovely time towing this goddamn thing. Because that car, the clearance is this high. My boom is this much. I had a lovely time, and that food delivery truck behind there, it was a big pain in the ass. He can see I was towing that thing, and he decides to park there anyway. Not happy. Wasn't happy. That was not a good day for me. Which one's this one? I don't even know what day that, what was up with that. Oh yeah, this is when I went to tow it. Yeah. You know how long that car sat in that yard? What was it? 3 months? 2 months. 2 months. Yeah. 2 months. You know what they did? MPI did not even cover him for that rim, because it wasn't even that bad. I think he had to pay out of pocket for that. Have I ever taken any photos of that freaking storm? I swear I took a video of it. Oh yeah, this is me driving home. This is the fucking highway. Way to go. And there's town. That was nothing. I was pushing snow with my front bumper. When it didn't matter. Freaking, I remember there was times where the road was closed. The cops opened the gate and let you go and say good luck. Have fun. That's not really what you want to get told. Oh yeah, anybody that don't know what the fuck that is in your car, leave it. Okay, leave it. That's like everything else in your car. Leave it. Those funnels. There's a little black funnel. Let's see if I can find it on Google. Oh, can't spell right. The new car gas funnels. If that's in your car and you don't know what that is, leave it in the fucking goddamn thing. You know how hard it is to put gas in these newer cars? It's a goddamn bitch. If you have one of those and you need gas and you call CAA, this man shows up. You know what I'm going to be looking for? That funnel that's in your car. I can't put gas in your car if you don't have that funnel. Okay? Everyone learning something new today. That's where it goes. It goes in that hole and then I can put the gas in. Without that funnel, I can't put gas in. And guess what? Then you need a tow. So, if you tell the tow operator you're going to figure something out, and it's the middle of winter time, just tell them that you want it towed to a gas station. Even if it is in the middle of the night. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to stay out there and be scrambling. I want to buy one of those things and carry my tow truck because of that reason. But, yeah. When you have a vehicle like that, that funnel should be in your car. Okay? Along with everything else that's in your car. They don't put it in your car for shits and giggles. That, oh, what's this? Oh, dealership put this in there, or the factory put this in there for nothing. Let's throw it in the garbage. I swear that's what half of you fuckers do. It's very frustrating, by the way. But this thing, yeah, don't throw it away. I think I got completely off track of what I was doing. Anybody curious to see what my fucking wedding photos look like? Oh yeah, I got married, by the way. Never thought I would ever say that before. My life depression. Oh yeah, we got married a while ago. My Princess Penelope. She's a grouch now. I don't know what her deal is. Here was my baby Taz. Or not Taz, but Skitch. I kept playing with a balloon. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's when we got married. Our star bars. Our walk with Travis. It's always a good time with Travis. Great guy to fucking go on adventures with. I think that's the most walking I've ever done in my life. So, that is the funs and joys about being. So, yeah, don't text and drive. Don't do that. Don't do that. But, you know, I've seen a lot. I've done a lot in the last year of towing. And it's a very interesting career to get into. But if I was to give anybody advice about getting into towing, it would have to be that this is not for everyone. There's shit that you will fucking see and do. I don't see a lot of it because the company I work for now, we don't deal with the police, which, doesn't hurt my feelings at all. When some companies like Dolphins Towing and TJ Hook, I know they deal with a lot of police impounds. Some of your friends are not okay with you towing. I had a buddy of mine, I had to go tow his girlfriend's vehicle because it was a police impound, and he didn't like me for it. I tried to tell him that I was just doing my job. I can't refuse. It's just, I got a lot of hate out of it, and I didn't enjoy it, that part of it. I enjoyed being a tow operator. My ex-boss that I used to work for was a cunt. A royal bitch, you might as well say. So, I wasn't enjoying it. That's where a lot of my depression came from. So, to do better with my health, I said, fuck it, I left. I went and joined a company I am with now. He treats me great. He treats me like family. The mechanic is amazing. Smart. He wants to do greater things, and I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope it works out for him. We hired another driver, and that's going good. It's going actually really well. It's going better than the last driver we hired. I didn't fucking hire him. He got hired on, and he was dumb as shit. He makes hammers look like they're fucking smart. I didn't think that there's nobody on this fucking earth that could be dumber than him. And I think someone did achieve that at once upon a time. But I'm hoping to push more YouTube content. I got a few videos on my channel of towing. I'd like to do more. Because from a tow truck operator's perspective, it's hard to get the customer to see it in our point of view. The dangers that we have to deal with on a daily basis. A few months ago, I'm not even sure when now, I received a phone call from CAA to do a tow. I think it was a crank no start or whatever. It had to get towed back to the guy's resident's house. I said, yeah, no problem. I said, leave the keys in the vehicle, lock the doors. I can do a lockout. No big deal. He was worried about people breaking into a truck, whatever, stealing his stuff, whatever. You know what? It don't hurt my feelings. I did lockouts many times. Usually 5 seconds. I got your door cracked. No big deal. Little Ford Ranger. Pretty simple. I had to tie the wheel. In order to get in, I have to do a lockout. It's on the side of the road at 3 a.m. at Newdale. Roughly over 45 to an hour away. I get out there. I called the RCMP for assistance to do at least shut one lane off or give some warning because it was blowing snow, it was dark, it was 3 a.m., and there was a lot of traffic for whatever reason at 3 a.m. Who would have known? And a semi went blowing past me, and I had nothing but I could feel the tires against my shirt. I said, okay, fuck this crap, I'm getting a cop out here. I've done it before of a time or two, and usually there's no problem. They're supposed to assist a tow operator when they need it. I called them. They had better things to do. Who would have knew? Did you know you need the entire police force for a freaking sapute, an anger sapute, and that's it? I don't think you need the entire force. 8 cops for what? 2 people? A female and a male? I think that's a little uncalled for. You know, I got my Métis cards. I am Métis. I'm not much for discriminating people, but for cops to go after Native people lately seems to be they need the entire force for that. I think I had bigger priorities. You know, they're supposed to assist me. They said that they are not going to be able to send a cop out. And I said, okay. It is what it is. I said, if I get struck and hit, though, you just know that people can come after you and sue you, right? Because you are supposed to assist me. And I know that the calls are being recorded. I said, whatever. I didn't want to deal with it. They said they were going to send an officer. I don't know. I was doing a lockout and a car came. I seen it. Instead of her moving over to give me room, she decided that she was going to hit me instead. She was doing over 100 kilometers an hour, and she struck and hit me. And I was facing this way to the driver's window, facing south. And when she came behind me, her mirror broke off, hit me right here on my rib cage. I dislocated 2 discs in my back, 2 or 3 lower ones, and a few broken rib cage, and hard time to breathe. I hit the ground hard. I laid there for a few minutes. She stopped. I watched her for a few minutes, and then she turned off her headlights and drove away because I did not get back up. I think she thought that she killed me, and she decided that it was better off driving away. And my wife was sleeping. She had to go to work, and I called my boss, and it went straight. It rang a few times, it went to voicemail. Okay, try again. No answer. Texting our mechanic, got him on Snap, texting him, told him I was struck and hit. I'm over by Newdale. I was struck and hit. Then I move over to talking to my wife to make sure that to let her know that I was struck and hit, and also to let her know that I am still alive, breathing. And a loved one does not want to get a phone call at 3 a.m. and telling her better half has been struck and hit. Everyone's worst nightmares comes true. Anybody that does this line of work will understand where I'm coming from. That what if somebody was struck and hit really becomes a realization and it becomes true. You don't want it to come true. We try our best to make ourselves visible. I have this shirt, I got overalls, I got a jacket, I'm 6'9". I tower over a lot of things, vehicles, cars, everything. I'm like a 6'9" pylon. You can't miss me. So I had a feeling she was texting and driving because that seems to be the new thing nowadays. You know, they can build a law around it, but come on now. They also build a law that you ain't supposed to drink and drive, and how many people have done that? They still do it. Not me. I can't. I actually can't drink. Because I work a 24/7 shift. I'm on call 24/7. 7 days a week, 12 months of the year. When I do drink, I'm usually take time off and I go see my mom. Away from the people that I work around, I work with, and the people I deal with. For reasons, because, it looks very unprofessional. And, yeah. So, I took a few days off to deal with the recovery-wise. I was very sore. But my boss, my coworker, actually, comes upstairs and he was talking to his dad. And they got off the phone. I sent up a few texts. And their hearts sank when they heard the voice. They seen a voicemail pop up on Dion's phone. And, it kind of, my boss, he kind of freaked out for a little bit. He tried to get a hold of me. I was on the phone with 911 at that point to report a car that struck and hit me. I drove away. Even the description, best I can. And the first thing the RCMP say is, "I'm sorry. I didn't realize you needed a cop out there." No. I told him just like this. I said, "Sorry is just a word. You apologize to my wife after I'm dead. You try to say sorry to her after she knew that you were supposed to be out there. What are you going to tell her? Oh, he called us earlier and we couldn't go there because we didn't see it as a priority. I'm sorry your husband got killed because it's our fault." Like, really? Come on now. Sorry is a word. It always will be a word. Actions speak louder than words, and his actions definitely spoke louder than words. So the report came in. There was an officer out of Dauphin here, and I know these cops very well because of my previous job of being a tow operator and towing impoundment vehicles. I got to know all the cops. I'm good with all of them, and I still am. I give them nothing but respect on the DOTs and everybody, and they give me nothing but respect, and I have no issues. I'm a well-respected man, and I'm good at what I do. And he got a hold of it, and he gave me a call, and he said that, "I see you were struck and hit, and I'm sorry." I said, it is what it is. I said, like I told him the same thing my boss told me. That's we know it's a fear. We know it is there that we could get hit. But you know what? We have to do it. It's either you can or cannot do it. I explain it to a lot to people that, it's not a 9 to 5 shift. It's not. You deal with weather, climate, customers, the fear of getting hit. It's not even getting hit wise that I'm worried about. It's everything else in general. My winch can tow winch up to about 40 tons. That's quite a lot of weight. When you're winching a truck up a bankment, a 60-degree bankment, an F-350 diesel, dead in the water, and it's nothing but a concrete brick coming out of the ditch, there's that fear that cable could snap at any point and come back. And I've seen it take out, when I worked for Dolphins Towing, my winch cable broke and took out my back window, missing my head about 3 inches. The only thing that saved me was my dolly tires. And I never ever knew why tow operators keep their hips to their tow trucks. But when I started doing it, I see why. It's the feel of your truck and how much hard it's pulling. Because when I broke that cable, I felt my truck got more tense than what it did before, and before it snapped. And your cable will talk to you. it will snap and creak and make all sorts of sounds, and those are normal. It's the one that gets high pitch. You'll hear a high pitch before the cable snaps. And you will not even have a fraction to even move. So, I find working at night, it is very dangerous because you can't see and you can't do anything. But why I like working out at night is because I live in a rural area. So everyone knows what a fucking bedtime is. So the highways are dead. They're dead. You can pick up a vehicle and haul ass. Nothing, there's no brake checking, there's no passing without turn signals, there ain't no slamming on brakes, then no using turn signals. You don't have to deal with the idiots on the road. You just got to deal with the darkness and the weather. And yeah, so driving tow truck is a really different breed. If you're considering on getting into it, I find towing is a very hard thing for the person to teach you and for you to learn. Because when I started teaching Curtis, when Curtis first started before Marcus, how do you teach somebody without overloading them? And towing is very hard for that because there's so much to know at once, and it's hard. It was hard for me to break it all down. Like, when you go to a grocery store and when you get first trained how to stock shelves, you just pretty much take that, even say this brand. You take that brand, you put it up on a shelf. You match it with the barcode, you put it up on the shelf, you scan it, put it there. I worked at Canadian Tire, so I kind of know how it kind of works. Everything's got to be located in the store. You just put it on the shelf, no big deal. Easy. But the towing, you got to watch your arm, and you got to grab it at even explaining it is a little hard and difficult. Like my one video of me winching a vehicle out of the back alley, I find winching is the most complicated thing to talk about or even try to explain or teach somebody. Because, it's like towing something out, but my truck weighs 6,000 kgs. It's licensed at 10,000 kgs. You got that big of a truck, and you got to have something on the arm to brace yourself, because just the tires alone is too much. Because if the tires are on the ground, anybody that's in the towing industry, especially rotators, they're really bad for it. That's why you see a lot of rotators, they push their tires about that far off the ground. It's because when you start winching, the truck will sit there and go like this. And your drive shaft sits there and goes back like this in the tranny. And the transfer case or the tranny doesn't like it. It's hard on it. So we use teeth guards on the wheel lift arm and we push it on the ground, and that braces us, and we take the tension. Even lifting the suspension off the axles gives it less tension, I guess you might as well say, on the truck. It puts less stress on the truck. And so you gotta have teeth on the ground. You gotta push your freaking cable way the fuck out there, depending on how far it is. You got the arm of the truck, and you gotta pay attention to everybody around you, because when you're winching anything out or doing anything, you gather a crowd. And now, if you gather a crowd, you got to deal with the cable snapping and taking somebody's head off. And how much tension, and not even with everything going around you now, you got to make sure that that vehicle's coming with you and not braking. And you're not breaking more stuff than it already has. The ideal goal for a successful tow or a windshield or a boost or a lockout is not to damage the customer's vehicle. What they damaged or caused in the time of it happening, that's it. That's all the damage that you want to. You as a tow operator do not want to cause more damage than what they already caused. Because what you caused for damage, they're going to sue you for the rest of the damage, or if not all of it, which people have tried with me many, 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 many times, and many more times to come. Because they think that I just started doing this job and I'm nothing but an idiot. So, driving a tow truck is a really different perspective. You know, you really want to get a good idea how a tow truck works. There's a few people I watch. First guy I watch is Ron. He's on YouTube. He's a heavy rotator man. And there's a few guys on TikTok I watch. And they get into, they show what they do. But if you're serious about driving a tow truck or getting into towing, just go to your local towing company and tell them that, do you mind if I shadow me, or I shadow you, however the fuck that works. Because we did it with Marcus. He came from Bell MTS. He's never really drove a tow truck before, or any type of equipment like that. So before he started, he had a week to sit in the seat and go for a ride along and see if this is something he is interested in. Because that man got to, and this is the problem with, if you're gonna thinking about becoming a tow operator, do this in winter time, because summer's a little hard. Many companies will say this too. I have heard of this too. Many tow operators. I was in a live one time with this tow company, like 2 other tow operators, and they said the same thing as I did. When I first started, I only got training on towing and lockouts and boost, and not really much on windshields. And that only came over time. I never got it in one day. I only got towing in one day. That's it. That's all I got in 1 week was towing. The boost wise, I kind of self-taught myself on that. The lockouts, well, I got pretty much, here's the kit, go do it. It's pretty much how that went. Everything else was pretty much self-taught with common knowledge. That's the main key to being a good, successful tow operator, is be able to think on your feet and do stuff by yourself and have some fucking common sense, because we can teach you everything, but we can't teach you that. But yeah, I would recommend going in wintertime. Go have someone shadow you, and you can get the taste of a boost, a lockout, winches, towing, shitty climate, the rain, the snow, wherever you are, the heat. It's not fun wise, but I can tolerate the cold, I can tolerate the heat, I can handle the rain, because at the end of the day, you just do your job that much faster to get the fuck back and where it's nice and dry or warm or wherever, or cold. This video is longer than I wanted it to be, but that's fine, But I'm happy to where I'm at today. My wife, when she first started coming with me on ride-alongs, it became a real eye-opener for her to really see from a towing operator's perspective of how it's like. And my family and my wife are terrified. They are terrified to get that phone call of their loved one that got struck and hit. My wife will never say that she doesn't want me to do it. She will always support me because we both agree that's what we do for each other. We support one another. And I know she is greatly proud of what I do because she said it multiple times that she wouldn't be able to do what I do. Because it's definitely something that is not for everyone. It's a very hard job to do. And this winter has been hard on me. And every tow operator that I'm coming across this has been one of the hardest winters of towing in a long time. Because it's gone warm, it's gone cold, it's gone warm again, cold again, and it's hard. It's hard on our trucks, it's hard on us. You know, they're probably sitting there, oh, you must be happy when it's warm, freaking you don't have to freeze to death. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like it. Because I don't like sweating. When you start sweating in half decent cold weather, you get sick. Your truck starts freezing up. Your controls start freezing up because it's warm during the day and it's cold at night. My truck in 1 month went into a heated shop at least 5 times because my controls were freezing up, my arms were freezing up, my hydraulic lines were freezing up. I'll be honest, I'd rather it be cold because it's easier on the truck, it's easier on me, it's easier on the equipment you're using. I've blown hydraulic lines at least 3 times this winter, and I blame it on the weather because when it's constantly going from warm to cold, you're building condensation in your hydraulic tank, you're building water, you're building moisture, and when there's so much pressure against your line, it freezes and it busts. It blows everywhere, and it's really not fun because usually when it blows, it's a busy day. We're getting, especially with CAA, we'll get like 17 calls in one day, and we're swamped. I don't get to. My wife goes to work. She's gone when I get up and leave for work, and she's in bed when I get home. And that's like that for almost 2-3 days on a busy day, on a busy week, which is very rare. But when Marcus first started, that's actually what happened. It was a whole week. A week I barely seen my wife. And there will be times where I get to spend nothing but time with my wife. But wintertime is one of the hardest months to take time off for. It's hard because that's where your money is. That's where you make a lot of your money, majority of your money up here, because freaking that is your busiest time of the season. And you do not want to take it off. But sometimes you have to take time off because when you're super busy like that, your body is physically done. I remember I was pushing myself right to the max that's the beauty part about when you're not a recovery service and just a towing service and you're dealing with CAA. When the roads are closed, you are closed. You are not working. Which doesn't hurt my feelings, actually. Some people would say, oh, well, you just said that's where you make your money and you don't like taking time off. Yes, that is true, but when you work 7 days straight, no days off, working all God hours of the day, God hours of the night, going to God knows where to get a God knows what, to take it to God knows where. And what shape it's in, you don't know. You're only being described on the phone what it is. You're not. Until you see it in person, you really don't know what the hell you're dealing with. The vehicle could be rolled over onto its roof. It could be the tires are completely flat. And it could be all-wheel drive, or the tranny's completely locked right up, or the vehicle's stuck in gear, or the vehicle weighs so damn heavy that you cannot throw it on dollies and you have to pull a drive shaft. I've pulled enough drive shafts to know that I do not enjoy it. Anybody that drives tow truck and has to get under said vehicle is not having a good day. Don't ask him, don't walk up to him and say, how is your day going? and he's under a vehicle pulling a drive shaft, I'm guarantee you he's not having a good day. Especially one that doesn't want to come off. Me and Marcus, we had to go up and get a van. Thing has no power. It's dead in the water. It's Bell MTS is pretty much taking it to the graveyard. It ain't going to Winnipeg. And it's going from Swan River to Winnipeg, and I'm not towing it all that way. So what I'm going to do is tow it halfway, and then the next day I'll finish towing it the next halfway, you know. Whenever we got time, anyway. Because it's not a big priority. When they go to the graveyard, you can kind of, whenever you get around to it. So I told my boss, I said, well, the next tow, or the next time I go up to Swan, or whenever I get a chance, I'll go up to Swan River and I'll get it. We have only one competitor, and that's the company that I used to work for. And they don't deal with CAA. But everybody else that is around here, from Rubes Auto to TJ Hook to the guy out in St. Rose, they're all nothing but helping hand. They're the type that I scratch their back, you scratch mine type of thing. And Rubes Auto has been nothing but supportive, and we've been supportive with them. When our trucks break down, he covers our area. When he breaks down, we cover his area. Our trucks are deleted, his is not. Twitch their own. You know, that's his choice, you know. He's a great guy. I love him. He's hardworking, smart, intelligent, and running his own business, farming on top of it, having the towing as a gig. Great guy. I really truly enjoy his presence and his time. And I remember there was one day that he called me and said, can you go do a tow for me? My truck broke down. I said, yeah, sure, not a problem. I said, where is it? A few hours passed, northeast of Swan River. A few hours. I said, yeah, that's not a problem. I asked Marcus, you know, do you want to come? You know, he's still in the shadowing stage, training stage type of thing. He's still in the training probation, that's what it was. And he's like, yeah, sure. So I grabbed food and something to drink and some smokes, and off we go. And I told Dion the same thing. I told my boss, I said, what I'm going to do is, on the way back, I'm going to grab that dead vehicle, that Bell MTS van, and I'm bringing it back with me. We'll keep it in the yard whenever we got some free time or something to do. I'll tow it into Winnipeg. And so that's fine. We went out there, did the job, brought it back where it had to go. Did a lockout, I think, along the way, or a boost along the way. We did a few things up there, and then we came back with the van. Thing's dead in the water. I drag it out of there so the Bell MTS man can actually go home and go to bed. And great guy. Love him. Love all my customers that I deal and interact with. Great guy. I towed it out of there and he said, you might as well go home. Me and him will got this after this. I French fried forked it, and I told the new guy, I said, get under there and pull the drive shaft. And I know he's not very strong. I kind of overpower him on that. But he can kind of manage to get it off. He gets 3 bolts off and can't get the last one off. He pissed around with that for over an hour. And it is fucking cold. It is minus 50 below. And that's without the wind chill on top of it. Wind's bucking. It is fucking cold out there, man. Your hands exposed, 5 minutes tops, and your hands are black and blue. You are cold as cold can be. You have to grab snow and put it in your hand and hold it there inside a heated cab until your hands are cold enough where you can actually start warming them up. Snow is warm. Okay, that's not good. Hypothermia type, not good. And we bent, what was it? 2 wrenches and broke a socket. It wasn't coming off. Drop it. I flipped it around. I was like, you know what? we don't really have much of an option here now. I got only one other option. If this don't work, because we're just gonna fucking tow it like this. We fucked the tranny, we fucked the tranny. There is not a damn thing we can do about it. It's like, okay, so we drop it, we turn it around, we hook the jumper cables straight to the truck. I have a set of jumper cables, or my personal jumper cables, from the tow truck to the dead vehicle. We get enough power, we put it into neutral. I was like, good enough. I said, let's hook up and let's go home. We take it back to our shop, we drop it. The next day, we do a few tows here and there. I go home to bed that night. I get a call from my favorite dispatcher, Alex. She calls me and said, hey, bestie, I got a call for you. And I said, okay, shoot it over. She shoots it over. I drive halfway and the call got cancelled. Madder than shit. Don't surprise me. I'm wide awake. I slept 4 hours and I'm fucking geared up and ready to go. Anybody that fucking works this job or does anything to do with 24/7 calls or just sleeps in general, only 4 hours and they're ready to fuck their wires like they are drinking energy drinks or 5 cups of coffee. They're ready to go. I was like, you know what? I started that band some more and I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. At 2 o'clock in the morning, we're towing it to Winnipeg. But first we gotta pull the drive shaft. We have to pull that. So I pull it up in front of the shop and our mechanic has a 1 inch or 3/4 inch impact. And that fucking thing can break stud bolts right off. That damn thing didn't even want to take it off. Nope. Okay, that's not working. I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done with this shit. You know, the damn thing's garbage anyway. It's going to a scrapyard. I would never, if it was going to a mechanic shop, I would never do this. Ever. No matter what. But because it's going to a graveyard and it's going to be a write-off, I'm going to take it reciprocating, so I'm going to cut that bolt in half. Fuck it. I cut it in half to find out that someone along the way, it was either coming loose or he over-tightened it and didn't want nobody to find out about it. He welded it. So it wasn't coming off regardless. The nut and the bolt were welded together. Cut it off, pulled it off. All the tranny fluid leaked on the ground. You know what? Don't fucking care. Environmental people, you know what? Fucking come after me and fucking shoot me or whatever they want to do. I don't care. Oil comes from the ground. As far as I'm concerned, it can go back in the ground. Literally. Crude oil comes out of said ground, but if you go put it back in the ground, people have a problem. Don't know how that makes sense. Well, we turn it into and there's ingredients added and it's bad for the environment. Well, where do you think those ingredients come from? They come from the ground too, and they were slapped together and we call it diesel. Which that also don't make sense, but I'm not getting into that because that's going to royally make me mad. Getting back to the topic at hand, I was like, you know what? So I pulled the drive shaft, I French fry forked it. I have no turn signals because it has a cherry picker on the back. So there's nowhere to magnetize these lights to. So if a DOT see me, I'm screwed. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm not running a logbook either because if we're screwed, we're screwed. I don't care. We're just going to full send this crap. So off I go and I text my boss what's going on. So when he gets up, he's seeing this shit, so he knows what's going on. That's all he cares about. As long as you're telling him what's going on, because he's the owner, he needs to know. It makes him feel happy and proud, I guess, or less stressed. I would kind of want to know too, and which is fine. And off I go. And I think it was about 5. Was it 5:30? It was 5:30, but my wife was texting me that she was getting up to go to work, and he texted me and he's like, "How you making out?" I called him. I said, "I'm going pretty good. I'm about 67 kilometers. I still remember that. That was a while ago. 67 kilometers away from Winnipeg. I said, okay. I said, I'll give you a call when I leave Winnipeg. Trenton, our mechanic, and my boss have both been saying it all the way. If you need to pull over, to take a nap, please do. I said, yeah, no problem. I get in there. I dropped the vehicle. No, don't know where to drop this damn thing. You know, backing into their normal ideal spots is not happening. Not with this thing. This thing is extremely heavy for a 550. So, that's fine. I dropped in the middle of the yard and I fucking geared out. I hit rush hour. It was like anything else, easy going. I'm sitting along to get on back onto the perimeter. I had to use that lovely roundabout crap. I'm sitting there in the line because someone slid off. It was extremely icy for a Monday morning, or whatever the fuck it was. And we sat there for a bit. Anybody that drives truck will know damn well you can't do a fucking U-turn, even fucking bobtailing. It ain't happening. Well, this East Indian thought it was a good idea to fucking do a U-turn with it. And he's from Winnipeg. He works in Winnipeg, and he shuttles trailers around in Winnipeg. So he really fucking knows better to start with. And I drive a small tow truck. I don't even know if I have a picture of it. I don't know, it's on here somewhere. And I'm sitting in amongst the lineup. And it's the same one that I got stuck with before. It's nothing but a 550. That guy. A decent sized truck, you know. A Freightliner, probably. It's probably weighs a decent amount anyway. I literally haven't slept, so I haven't had coffee, so forgive me. And I'm sitting amongst this traffic. There's a guy behind me, and he's behind this guy, an F-150. The F-150 is behind me, and he's behind him. And I'm sitting there, and I'm staring at this. Everyone's either doing a U-turn because to get on this highway, it's literally a two-way. Traffic goes this way, you go this way, and then you make your turn to go on that road. Well, they got completely shut off, so traffic is now built up because some want to turn this way, and the same people want to turn on that way, so it's caused a massive traffic jam. With me driving tow truck, I have lots of patience for the next person. And it was an actual CAA truck that was getting it out of the ditch, and I was like, you know what, this is fine. I was in a hurry to get home, but you know, I'm okay with this. I'll be patient. I know how it's like, so I'm being patient. I'm sitting there playing on my phone, and some people are driving on the side of the road to go straight, which is fine. I have no problem with that. And some are turning around. No, there was an F-150 and another guy behind him. I think it was a Ford Escape. Yeah, it was a Ford Escape, and then that truck. Because the Ford Escape backed up and turned around. And that's what made him want to do it. So the Ford Escape turns around, it starts heading back, which is fine. All power to you. Don't get stuck, don't cause a traffic jam, no big deal. I'm not from Winnipeg. That's not my district. My district is the entire parkland. I cover like an hour to a 4-hour radius. Winnipeg is not anywhere my district. I'm just trying to get back to my district. I want to go home. 4.5 hours away. North of Winnipeg. Northeast of Winnipeg. No problem. Sitting there, chilling out, listening to music. Snap my wife every now and again as she's getting ready to go to work, or she's on her first break. Not sure what it was. I'm sitting there, texting, having a good time. And I watch this truck back up and wanting to do a U-turn. And the road is like this. And anybody that's drove truck or has drove anything with duals, gravity is not your friend. Anywhere or any means. Tow trucks are the same way. They're just like a damn semi. Gravity is not your friend. And his drive tires completely hit that slant. And it's icy. And he's not pulling anything. So he's bobtailing. He has no weight on his drives. Locks up his puts the diff locks on and tries to move forward. All tires are spinning, but he ain't moving. His truck is now sitting across both lanes of traffic, and now he is going to cause a massive traffic jam. I'm sitting there watching him trying to spin. In the pit of me, I feel bad. Not for him. I don't feel bad for him putting himself in that predicament. I feel bad about everybody else around him. The people that are commuting from work, or going to work, or trying to commute wherever they need to go. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, people got shit places to go. They're in a hurry. So I feel bad for the working class, to people that are going to construction. There was construction workers in there, cops in there, fucking everybody. Winnipeg cops, RCMP, DOTs, they're all in there. I am stressed out from the traffic to I was starting to be a little overtired. I was pushing myself. And I was hungry. So I'm getting a little pissed off, and I'm getting very short-tempered. Not good for him. And I throw on my beacons. The guy behind me gives me enough room to back up. I back up. I come back all the way back around him. Blocking traffic. I get out. I climb up to the window. And the first thing I said to him is, "What the fuck are you doing?" "Well, I'm turning around." "I noticed that. Why are you turning around? You're in a big rig. You fucking know better. How long you been driving truck?" "Oh, for about a year or so now." "Oh, so you already should know better." "Oh, I got a deadline to hit." "That's fine and dandy. So do we. I'm supposed to be back in town out of Winnipeg by now. Like way before 8 o'clock. But that ain't happening." I said, he's working on the side of the road. It is what it is. That traffic is what it is. I said, you live here. You work here. What the fuck are you doing? He gives me some hogwash. "Oh, I'm sorry. And I looked at everyone and I said, you fucking apologize to them, because they're the one you're causing a traffic jam. "Oh, can you help me?" "I'm going to try, not because of you, because of everyone else. I'm not a fucking rotator, but I know what my truck is capable of doing. And it's not really rated for that." And so I put my teeth guards down. I stretched my cable across the highway. I put my teeth guards down. And everyone's watching me now, because there's so much traffic. Traffic is now, that is finally open. Traffic slowly starting to move, but nobody can move now because he's caused a massive traffic jam. The lane up there is open, but no one can move now because every direction is blocked because of me and this trucker trying to turn him around. I don't even know why he wanted to turn around, because that's like a fucking hour in that direction before you even get anywhere else in Winnipeg. You got to drive 1 hour down the service road before you can get anywhere. But if you hit the perimeter highway, it's like 15 minutes. So instead of waiting, he was going to turn around. I don't even know that thought process to start with. But anyways, that was fine. I hooked on the winch cable. I said, "Now you're going to fucking pull ahead slowly and give me a helping hand, because I don't want to put too much strain on my truck and my winch line." I must have explained that like fucking 18 times. I finally had enough. I said, "If you can't fucking do it, then get the fuck out." I opened his door and I ripped him the fuck out of that truck. I walked past the RCMP officer. I walked up to another truck driver and said, "Can you drive that piece of shit? Because fucking he clearly can't." And it was a hydrovac guy, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." He gets in it, jumps in it. He's like, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Just drive slow. Don't spin the tires. Just spin slow until the back tires, once they catch, freaking stop. Because freaking I got to reel my cable in. I don't want you driving over it." He's like, "Okay." So he does that, and it finally catches, and then we pull it over, and we get it on the side of the road. And he said, like, "Oh, thank you." I tell him, "Thank you very much." He said, "No problem, anytime." He said, then he tells me, I appreciate you trying to make traffic flow again. You kind of feel bad and you're not from here." He said, he gave me a tip of $10. No big deal. Usually get that quite a bit. And he's like, "Oh, thank you. Can I pay you?" And I said, "I don't give a shit. I really don't." I said, "What the fuck are you doing? You fucking know better. My dad drives truck. My mom drives truck. I fucking drove truck. What the fuck are you doing?" Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I said, no, you're not. I said, the first rule of truck driving is you never put your drive tires on the side of the fucking road. Ever. Because gravity is not your friend. And whatever. I give them the billing information, whatever. Fucking. If you want to pay me, pay me. I don't give a shit. I really don't want money. I just want to go the fuck home. I feel bad for the people, and everyone's waving, saying thank you. I'm getting money handed to me. Everyone's happy. And a cop stops. DOT. One DOT, one RCMP. Stop. Say thanks and give me some money. Because they feel bad. And I turned around and looked at this truck driver and I said, straight out, straight flat, straight now. I said, the next time I see you pull that stunt, I'm going to rip you the fuck out of that truck and I'm going to hog tie you to the front end of your truck and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I said, you shouldn't be pulling that stunt. After I hog tie you and beat the crap out of you and cut half the common sense out of your head, then I'm going to call the RCMP to get you arrested for dangerous driving, and then I'm going to call the DOT to get your truck impounded. Both of them. DOT and the cop had to walk away. They couldn't stop laughing. And I rolled up the window and he's standing there staring at me. Good for you. I don't fucking want to talk to you no more. I literally don't want to talk to you or him anymore. Done with that. And I turn around, I get on the perimeter, I started heading home. I get on the perimeter, I pick up the phone, I call my boss. I told him what was going on in case you see a payment from this company, I sent him a picture of what company it was. I can't even remember what it was. Without going back in the phone now. Oh, that was another thing that guy said before. He's like, oh, you should come work for us. And I said, I don't think so. I said, I couldn't handle working for a bunch of fucking idiots. I said that flat out. I don't work with retarded people. Don't do well. If I'm going to be the person with common sense and there's no common sense, it ain't happening. Been there, done that. Not happening. But anyway, I called my boss. I told him that this so-and-so company, if you see a payment of this much money, freaking, you'll know why. And I told him the whole spiel, and he's like, dumb motherfuckers. And I said, yep. He's like, you on your way home? I said, yeah, I'm going to probably stop in Ericsdale and go to sleep. He said, no, that's fine. So I cruised down the highway and seeing dumb shit every fucking direction. Can't even fucking fathom what's even going on around me. All the way there, trucks are dead in the water. Going home, trucks are fucking in the ditch, left and right, and they're all nothing. I'm not discriminating people, but Packies are not the smartest drivers. And people don't know why. I finally found out why. Down where they come from, they don't deal with snow. They don't need mirrors because they drive road trains. Anybody that knows what the fuck they are is a massive nothing but 8 fucking trailers behind a semi-truck. They drive road trains on desert, wide open desert, nobody around, no trees, no nothing. Just driving goods to wherever it needs to go. So this is all different to them. They're not used to this. So snow and everything else, speed and everything becomes a factor, and overcorrecting, and I get it. Not smart, not intelligent. It is what it is. And trucks going in the ditch left and right. Couldn't even I was too tired to even fucking bam it. Half the shit was going on. Head into Ericsdale. I pull in there, get fuel, pull to the side, go to sleep. I went to sleep from fucking 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like 1 o'clock when I woke up. Whatever, drove the rest of the way home. Get to the shop. Sat there for a while, talked to my boss, had fun talking to him, mechanic. They went home. They're done for the day. I went home. My head hit the pillow and out like a light. I was out for the whole fucking night. There is some good towing involved, and there's some bad shit involved. But overall, I love working with CAA. They have an amazing dispatchers now. They kind of faded out the bad ones. You'll still get the odd bad one, but it's very rare. You deal with the tablet more. The tablet is more than fucking frustrating. I don't like the tablet. We got some new shit coming. It's called the CAA Rescuers app. It's supposed to be launching for CAA contractors. They want to eliminate the tablet. We're going to see how well that's going to work out. We're going to see how well that's going to work. Not well. I already know how this is going to play out. Not well. It's like when Xbox fucking One first launched. It was garbage. It didn't even work at all. That's how I'm assuming this is going to work. Because they were supposed to launch on February 3rd, I believe. 3rd or 5th. Launch day never happened. Something happened, servers crashed, something happened. It didn't launch. Next week is launch. They're going to try to launch it again and see what happens. But my tablet don't work. So we have gone remote. Which, some people find it better. I do not. Because my writing, to hear it and to write it down is two different things. I can't. I have to see it and write it down. That's just a part of my disability, I guess. But that's supposed to be launching and some new shit's coming, and I did my training, and anyone that's a contractor that deals with the tablets and deals with CAA, did you know that there's a 3-hour fucking course online for that? Yeah, that's a little fucking ridiculous. And all it does is repeat itself on the fucking 42 pages. Literally, it repeats it and repeats it and repeats it. The shit that you already deal with. But, I said it to Leanne. I said, what's good about it? The people that are starting with us, we can fucking throw it on there, and they can fucking explain it. I guess the reasoning mostly is why they're launching this new one is mostly because there's towing companies apparently out there that are not with CAA, but they say they're with CAA, and that's a new scam going on. And you, as a customer, will be able to, once this launches and gets up and going, what you can do, even RCMP, fire department, ambulance, they can all request it. Anybody that runs CAA is going to be required to want. It's like a badge. We have a badge we have to give you. If you request it, we have to give it. If we do not, I think there's hell to pay for that. So, which doesn't hurt my feelings, as long as they show me where the fuck it is. Because if you ask for it and I don't know where it is, we're fucking both fucked. So, new shit's coming. Excited about that, not excited at the same time. Winter's starting to come to an end. And, if you want to like and subscribe for more content like this, smash that like button and fucking let me know down in the comments. I have no problem sitting back and talking about my shit. But mostly this was kind of a test run to see how it went and maybe get some funny entertainment out of it, because I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. And I don't know if this is going to work, because I've sat here for apparently an hour and 30 minutes, so I don't know if this is actually going to stay on my channel or be a big waste of time. And I talk to a camera for no reason. But I love doing shit like that, because that just fucking seems to be my fun. I'm hoping more content will come in the future. I'm really asking for patience. Finding time is one of the hardest things. And there is an actual podcast around this. And I can't even remember it. It's good. It's something for everyone to check out if this is something you're interested in checking out. By all means, you can. They have a whole playlist about it, and I can't find it because I'm on the wrong YouTube channel. It'd help me if I was on the right one. I even got it downloaded onto my phone. You can find it on Spotify or any social media podcast platform, and it's called the Towing Life Podcast. And you can find them on YouTube or Spotify. And there's a guy named Towman G and Plane Guy, and that they talk about the good and the bad of towing. And it's quite interesting and it's quite funny, actually. I got a really good laugh out of it. I spent a lot of my time, a lot of my drives listening to their stuff and getting a good laugh out of it. It's the most funniest crap I've ever heard in my life. But I just want to say thanks for watching. Please slow down, move over, give us room to work. And until next time, love you all. Have a